Week 33, day 3. I'm on page 187. That's where we're starting the Constitutional Convention. 187, get out a piece of paper for notes. Okay. Although American Revolution led to the union of 13 states, it had not yet created a nation. Some leaders were satisfied with independent state governments that were similar to the old colonial governments. Others wanted a strong national government. They demanded a change in the Articles of Confederation. Among the leading Americans supporting the reform was James Madison, a Virginia planter, and Alexander Hamilton, a New York lawyer. Do those names sound familiar? Philip probably thinks so. Philip, shout out. Okay, I'm just kidding. In September 1786, Hamilton called for a convention or a meeting in Philadelphia to discuss the trade issues. He also suggested that this convention consider that possible changes were needed to make a constitution of a federal government adequate to the exigencies or the needs of the Union. George Washington at first was not enthusiastic about the meeting. Then news of Shays' rebellion made Washington change his mind. He agreed to attend the Philadelphia Convention, and the meeting took on a greater importance. Well, because who likes George Washington? Everyone. Okay, so we have the Constitution Convention. And this was held in Philadelphia. Okay. And this was to make a strong national government. Okay. So who do we have on board? George Washington agreed to go. Now, when they put it out there originally, James Madison and Alexander Hamilton, and they said, hey, we need to rewrite a constitution to replace the Articles of Confederation. How many people are like, yep, I want that. Yep, I want that. No, because if they sign that, then the states, guess what? They lose their power. So nobody wanted to go, and convincing people to go was hard until, guess what? Until Mr. Popular just said, yeah, I want to go, which was George Washington. Now everyone's like, oh, George Washington, this must be a really good idea. Yeah, I'll go too. So because he said, yeah, I'll go, then all these other people said, I'll go. The convention began in May 1787 and continued through one of the hottest summers on record. Remember, this is before they had air conditioning, and they're all sitting in a building with no air conditioning, and it's super, super hot, and they have to be formal, right? They basically have a 3-piece suit on, plus undershirts. So they have their long sleeve shirt, their vest, and a jacket, and the ruff, and the wigs, right? They're super, super hot. Okay, so there were 55 delegates that included planters, merchants, lawyers, physicians, generals, governors, and college presidents. 3 of the delegates were under 30 years of age. One, Benjamin Franklin, was over 80. Many delegates were well educated. At a time when few people went to college, 26 of the delegates had college degrees. Native American and African Americans and women were not present at the convention. These groups were not considered part of the political process at that time. So who's there? Who is there? We have many careers. highly educated, right? Age 30 to 80 years, right? No natives, African Americans, or women, right? They're not there. Having Washington and Franklin at the convention guaranteed a public trust. That means it has interest from the public. The trust was important because the convention did not just amend or revise the Articles of Confederation. It produced an entirely new constitution. Some question whether the convention had such an authority. Yet, the work went on. Two men from Philadelphia had also key roles. James Wilson did the important work on the detail of the Constitution, and Gouverneur Morris polished the final draft. James Madison, who was a keen supporter of a strong national government, kept a record of the convention's work. Madison is often called the father of the Constitution because he was the author of the basic plan of government that the convention adopted. So, James Madison, father of the Constitution. Right? Okay. And that's where we're going to end today. See you tomorrow.